Hello and welcome to another 6th Gen Farmer. Now, I had a couple people leave some comments on previous videos like, where are the tillage videos? Well, I was gone for college during all the tillage. However, we had some late applied hog manure, and even though we've already had winter, sort of, we had a false winter, it got really nice for a week, so we're able to actually come back and chisel plow it in. So we got the 8345rt with the chisel plow behind it. Manure was applied to this field, and this one's already been mostly done, but a lot of this field is left, and I'm going to spend the day today trying to finish this one up. Now, normally I have one backpack with me with all my filming stuff in it, but I actually have finals here the next couple weeks. So I have my filming backpack with me so I can get some cool drone shots and different things. And I also have my school backpack with me with my laptop charger, and an inverter in it. So that way I can maybe do some homework. And let's see, I should probably grab my jacket too, it's kind of chilly. All right, let's get this thing moving. So I kind of mentioned that false winter here a little bit ago. Basically, like, this manure was applied a lot later than we wanted it to be, and then it got really cold for a week and snowed a couple inches, and just kind of like, it was like a bummer, because hog manure really should be worked in after it's applied, because if you don't, you get striping issues, where like you drive by the field and you can see yellow lines going through the field where there's too much concentration of manure. So we like to dig it in after we get it applied. But the saying is that, especially around here, is that you always get a second chance. And most years, Minnesota gets this false winter where it gets really cold and snows for a week or two, and then there's a week of just beautiful weather. So like, it's been 50 degrees all week long, which is fantastic because it gives us the second chance.
I think there's beauty in the gray to go, but you just want to go. And there's no way I can beat it, 'cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough for you.
like a sprayer track that got full of poo. So my right track's just sitting there spinning at 100 miles per hour, while my left track is perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna go off the sprayer track here for a little bit. I am really starting to have some issues with slipping now that it's getting a lot warmer out. So if you look around, there's areas of the field that are blacker than others, like this spot right here. Thank goodness my tracks will not be going through that. Like back in there where it's really dark, there's just more manure applied. So this was a drag line, not a tanker. So a drag line, like it's constantly pumping manure at all times. Like even when you lift up and turn around, I believe it's still pumping. So sometimes if they lift up or something, it's just putting it on top of the ground and not injecting it very well. And so some of these areas where you turn around a lot, there's just a lot of manure sitting on top of the ground. And now that it's getting warmer, it's becoming really slimy. The second my track hits it, it just sits there and slips. So I'm actually saving the end rows for tomorrow because they're supposed to freeze overnight, and hopefully that top like inch layer will freeze, so that way my dad or brother can come back in the morning and they can do the end rows on the top where it's frozen. So the tracks are going to get traction, yet it's not enough loss to actually cause any issues with the chisel plow. And in my opinion, that is the only disadvantage of two tractors, is that one track gets wet and it starts slipping. But like in a typical year, this is really the only time we ever deal with it, and it's really not that big of a deal. And that's the reason why, that's not the reason, but now that we have a lot of our fields tiled, we really don't have a lot of wet spots or water holes or things we need to go through anymore. So two tracks are amazing. Around here, they're a lot more popular than quad tracks are, and I hardly ever see a wheeled four-wheel drive tractor. I drove that four-wheel drive 9R590 for the strip till video like 3 or 4 videos ago. Like, it's a nice tractor, hate articulation, can't stand it. Just the maneuverability of a two-track over an articulated machine is incredible. For example, like right here, like it's actually liquid on the surface, so I'm just gonna drive across it, not put the chisel plow down, because there wouldn't be a chance in the world I'd make it through that. Hit my auto steer and just drop her down right here. They can get that tomorrow. Also, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but this chisel plow has never pulled straight for as long as we've owned it, which is since brand new. Like, I don't know if you can tell very well, but the tongue is this way slightly. I mean, all the tires are slightly turned in this direction. So it pulls at an angle like this. And we've never really been able to figure out why. Everything's where, like all the shanks are where they're supposed to be. We don't have anything broken. It's just never pulled quite straight. But for the little bit that we use it, it's not really that big of a deal. The only chisel plowing that we do is on manure applied ground, because the rest of our ground gets anhydrous ammonia chisel plowed in by the co-op. So the only stuff that we end up actually tilling for bean ground is the manure applied stuff. And then lots of the times, like this will be side dress with anhydrous ammonia next year to get a little bit more nitrogen, because hog manure does not have as constant of a nitrogen level as anhydrous ammonia or whatever liquid nitrogen products you guys have. The last time I was chisel plowing was 2 years ago. There was going to be a very, very hard frost one night when we just got done combining corn. My brother and I we have two of these. This is a smaller one. I had it behind the 8360rt at the time. We had a bigger one behind the 9530T, and we were trying to beat the frost from making it impossible to dig. I'm checking for points, make sure none of these are broken. But anyways, I had this behind the 8360rt, and I remember it started getting so hard around 3-4 o'clock in the morning that I literally tore an entire shank off of the cultivator, or off the chisel plow. I think it was one of these front ones. I think it was like that one right there or something. I don't remember. But that was kind of like the, oh, maybe we shouldn't be out here moment. Luckily this year, we don't have that problem. Hacksaw Ridge, great movie. Movie's over. 110 acres have been done. We have 84 left. And our average productivity is 19.14 acres per hour, 26 feet at a time. This tractor just keeps powering through. Every once in a while it gets a little slippy. Just raise it up just the little bit, gets enough power to go through, put it back down. Working dang good. I don't think I will be able to finish this, but I want to get as close as I possibly can. That's not good. All right. Oh. Hey. Are all the grease points on this mostly up front here?
Must be, I don't see much else.
Is there any on this? Looks like there's gotta be, yeah, there's gotta be something right there. Where are you at? Where is it at?
Anything on the walking axle? I don't.
Well, I mean, there's somewhere to grease this. There's grease coming out of it. I can't find it though. On the walking axle? Ah, gosh, I don't think there is. Well, I got some homework done, ordered some Christmas gifts, and I've watched Hacksaw Ridge.
Huh.
You've seen the movie, right?
Boy, 30 years ago if I did.
I mean, it was only made like 10 years ago, but...
It's an 80s movie, isn't it? Vietnam movie or...
No, it's...
Oh, no, that I probably have.
World War II movie, but it was definitely made after 2006, because they talked about the guy's death at the end in 2006. So I don't think you watched it 30 years ago.
I probably haven't watched it then.
Yeah. Good movie.
How do you, that's on, got Netflix on your personal device, or?
It was on Amazon Prime. I rented it for 48 hours, so if you want to watch it. Actually, no, you rented it for 48 hours.